Good morning folks, this is Catherine. This video is about repairs to a TV aerial. It's a case of do as I say, not as I do. The giant reel, wire reel, and the rubbish and recycling bins, these are not things to be climbed upon when you require to repair your television aerial. Neither is the kitchen steps, but this is the only ladder I have at the moment, and it will have to serve for the purposes of this demonstration. You will normally want to climb a normal length ladder. This is a single story house, so allowing for the pussycat to arrive. So the house is a little over 8 feet tall, 8 feet internal ceiling, and it sits on a foundation about 8 inches or 200mm high, so about 2.5 metres altogether, a little over 8 feet. So normally if you had a standard 6-foot step ladder, you could stand on perhaps not quite the top rung. Now, there is my aerial. That's actually an old VHF UHF combined, of which the VHF part doesn't work anymore, or isn't used because the digital TV's on UHF. While standing on a taller ladder than I have, you will take up either a fixed spanner or an adjustable spanner, and you will loosen off the 2 nuts on the C-clamp. As I installed this one, they will be lubricated with some kind of petroleum jelly or oil, and I will point out them to you with a stick. While listening for sirens in the area, if you reach up with your hand, standing on a ladder, holding either an adjustable spanner, that some people might call a crescent or a shifter in Australia, or simply a fixed spanner, once you loosen these 2 nuts just a little bit, this will slide down. You'll need to use a knife to just gently cut if you have some electrical tape securing the wire, and they could be secured at 2 or 3 places. They could use a cable tie. I use electrical tape, or I have always in the past. And then you can lower the aerial down to just above the roof line, and from there you can do many repairs without having to remove the so-called hockey stick, which is the hockey stick shaped mounting for the aerial. And so if you just need to reconnect that wire, perhaps birds have chewed it or whatever, damage somehow, cut the end a few centimetres off and re-terminate it. And this one actually has a screw fitting, but older ones are different. There's different ways of doing it. And the spanners, where are we? Adjustable spanner, known in New Zealand as a crescent, whether it's made by the Crescent Company of America or not, and is known as a shifter in Australia, or a fixed spanner. Fixed spanners are better if you know you've got the right size, and they're worse if you're not sure, because you have fumble a little bit to use them. Something you will notice that you may not notice, because it won't show up too well, the aerial wire needs to droop a little bit before it enters the house. This is so that rain and dew that collect on the wire will drop off at the lowest point and won't trickle along the wire inside the house, inside the wall cavity, possibly all the way into your television. So at some point the aerial needs to droop at the lowest point outside the house, and then dew and rain drops will drip off that. This is the end of the first part of the video, this being part 1 of 2.